permits,
daily, yeah.
the day whatever permits, they are not supposed to be selling liquor or operating without until they get this license.
Right, but they're still carrying on. I mean, we saw that with the place on Church where
Oh,
people were coming
and
in.
yeah. And they're still carrying on. And we wrote a letter. Lucian just is sending it with our resolution because I gather there's still complications.
Yeah, yeah. I had a chat with Bradley Silverbush, and apparently somebody who was skilled at sound management, a sound engineer, did take a good look at it, and it decided it was totally inadequate.
Well, Mitch had looked at it and he sent something new in to Lucian. And Lucy, let's have Lucian send it to Mitch to look at. It looked totally inadequate to me as well. The guy, hello everybody. The guy is from 293 Church, Mitch, and
Am I on?
yeah.
Okay.
He just keeps sending old material. Nothing seems to be new. And he wrote a letter that he wants to know why we haven't sent the stipulation and the blah, blah, blah to the liquor licensing board, the SLA. So we have a letter to go with our resolution, which is pretty lengthy, which talks about this and asks them to really look at the acoustics. That's all we can do, but at least we've come out and done the best we can possibly do. We're just, hi, Jaron. It's just, it's none of it's easy, guys. Is it? It's not 6 yet, is it? Yeah, is it 6, Lucy? Not shaking her head at me.
It is 6:02.
It
is 6:02, and you have 9 people. You only need 8. It's your call.
Yep. Let's go.
Susan, hi, this is Lucian. I started recording because you all were talking about business, so I just wanted to make sure that was all.
Oh,
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to leave at 7. I just thought I'd let you know.
Well, I know, and Miriama has to leave, but I think maybe somebody else will come. Hi, Jean. Nice to see you. All right.
So, the first item on the agenda is 120 Church Street. I'm hoping I can figure this out. On the attendees, if the person raises their hand, I can move them over. Correct?
Susan,
but
Susan and Lucy, if I may.
Wait. Before we do that, Lucy.
Oh, Lucian's going to talk. Go ahead.
Lucian's going to speak for everybody.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for giving me some time in your meeting. I know you have a big agenda, so I'm going to be really quick. I want to talk to you about what I understand to be the facts for the new temporary beer and wine license. I think some of this is getting to what Karen was talking about in terms of how long it takes for the applicants to get their license. The state is granting some relief, recognizing the fact that it does take a very long time, and especially if you're paying rent, that can be a very hard nut to crack. So here's a couple bullets that I want to read out to you all, and then I can send them to the committee as well, just so you kind of understand what the new temporary licensing regime does and what it doesn't do. And this was shared with me by Susan Stetzer, who is one of the best DMs in terms of just period, but also in
terms of licensing.
She's on the Nightlife Advisory Board. She's really on top of these things. So when she sends me things, I just read them verbatim. So here, let me just read a little bit here. Applicants for new beer and wine licenses in New York City will be eligible to apply for a temporary retail permit when their permanent license application is pending. The temporary permit, which is typically issued 30 to 60 days after filing, will allow the applicant to sell beer and wine while their permanent license application is pending, currently taking 5 to 6 months, as Karen mentioned. The same applies for applicants that are new full liquor licensees in New York City that are not subject to the 500-foot law, i.e., such applicants may obtain a temporary retail permit that will allow them to sell liquor when their permanent license application is pending. So That's for they could just get it if they are not subject to the 500-foot law, which is rarely the case, though it sometimes is in Lower
But
Manhattan.
even if it is, they give it to them. Please don't even
Right.
go on.
Applicants for a new full liquor license in New York City that are subject to 500-foot law get different treatment. Such applicants may apply for a temporary retail permit, but there are many restrictions. So here's a sub list. Only eligible if the space was previously licensed in the past 2 years and the prior licensee's license was not suspended, canceled, or revoked by the SLA. Next, the permit will not be issued until after a 500-foot law hearing is held, and an administrative law judge recommends approval of the permanent license application, a process that currently can take about 3 months. Next, the method of operation permitted by the permit will have automatic limitations, including early closing hours. The closing time for indoor shall be no later than midnight. The closing time of outdoor shall be no later than 10 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 11 o'clock p.m. Friday and Saturday. No outdoor music, recorded background music only. Indoors, no dancing. These restrictions will be lifted once the SLA issues the permanent license and replaced by whatever the restrictions were agreed to with the community board or imposed by the SLA's full board. This 3-month period to begin serving alcohol is compared to the approximate 5 to 6 month process it now takes to get a liquor license prior to this legislation. So that is for this committee's consideration, but that's what's happening when you see the applications for a temporary permit. It's granting some relief, not full relief, and for liquor and 500-foot cases, there are baked-in restrictions, but only after the 500-foot hearing.
Okay, send that to us, to everybody, as an email on the committee, please, Lucian, tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And that goes to Karen's point. So every time we approve something, knowing that it may take 6 months, knowing that they may get an approval, those stipulations are in effect, and you all have to help me remember to remind the applicants that this is what is happening.
Mhm.
But is it is it for temporary outdoor space, is it, Lucian, or is it temporary indoor and outdoor?
For the overall
point, it's probably
license,
for both.
it covers the license for the establishment, but if there is an outdoor space, then those restrictions will be extended. So the 10 p.m., 11 p.m., depending on the day of the week.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
Susan, can I ask you a question?
Sure, Mitch.
Okay, so you know how like when somebody comes to us and we say, you're a new applicant, come back to us within 6 months to a year, and then we'll reassess everything. So now do you think that because they are initially getting 6 months as a temporary thing, then should we adjust our stance and saying, come back to us once it's the permanent thing, and then 6 to 9 months or a year from that?
I think it's brilliant. And I think we say, once you have your permanent license, you have a year to come back to us.
Right. Instead of starting from the date that they get the temporary thing, we really that's something that's being imposed on us.
Yeah, I like a year from when you get the temporary.
So basically, we're extending their
permanent
probationary period for another 6. And it's
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever, 6 months to a year, whatever you're going to say, make it from the time that they get the permanent.
I agree, Mitch. I think that's great. And I also think that we should make it a year, because they're all misbehave. It's not as if they're all so wonderful. They just tend to misbehave, and or I don't know. Everybody think about it. And
Susan, what I remember do when when the committees were like the geographic, it was depending on the time of the year when it happens, at least have it cover the period from the spring to the fall, so that, cause sometimes a year might be well, they lose out on, man, I'm stuttering on what I'm going to say.
I understand what you're saying.
Right.
Clearly. I think we'll have to look at it, but it's no less than 6 months, and it could be up to 12 months. I
Depending
think that's what we'll see.
right, depending upon what time of the season it is, so that, because we need to know in the warm months how they're going to act when more people would be outside.
Mitch, we got it. We got it, Mitch. Lucian, can I ask you a question, please?
Go ahead, sir.
So, these temporary licenses, that just to confirm, there's no community board review at all, other than
It depends. If it's a 500-foot
only
case,
500, right?
well, if it's a 500-foot case, well, you get review of everything. But if for a under 500-foot case, then the SLA will just let them operate without any baked-in restrictions. If it is a 500-foot case, then they'll only be able to operate after their 500-foot hearing, assuming that in that case they've already gone to the community board for their review.
No,
So for the non 500-foot
Right.
case, they'll go to community board, but the stipulations will probably only kick into effect when they receive
Right.
their permanent license.
now what about notification?
We get notification. We do
before
get
they're approved,
notification.
do we get notified?
Yeah, we do. We get notified when there's an intent to apply for a temporary license, and we're going to be putting that in the list in like the renewal section.
Well,
I believe.
how much time is, since it's not going to correspond with our schedule, how much time generally is it going to be by the time they apply to the time they'll get the temporary?
Well, for under 500-foot cases
Yeah.
and for beer and wine, they'll be able to operate. I think. Let me go back to this list. 1 second, Mark. It looks like for beer and wine and non 500-foot cases, 30 to 60 days after filing. So, we will likely already have already talked to them, because they have to apply, I think, for the permanent license first. So we usually talk to them within the 30-day period.
This is the thing. Is that we should receive, the committee should receive the applicants or the businesses that are requesting temporary license as they come in, not as a list once a month, because there are a lot of bad actors out there, and we might need to head off 1 or 2 or 3 at the pass to allow the SLA to know, for example, hey, these guys don't even have a license, yes, and they've already had 3 parties, and you shouldn't be given a temporary license, as opposed to other ones that might not be an issue. So I think we should have like a running list as the office is notified, that we get those names of the businesses, so we know whether to head it off at the pass of the SLA or not.
Well, I'll just add, Mark, that they can only apply when their full permanent license is pending. So, if we're reviewing all new applications expeditiously, then we'll have already heard them, because we review within the 30-day period that they give notice. So we'll have heard them. However, to your point, we will always put on the agenda leading up to licensing as we receive them. That way you can see them added on every week.
Well, problem places flag them for us, and you'll pretty much know before. If you don't, just ask one of us.
Yeah, that's fine. We can.
Sometimes we don't, but the real issue being that they can't get, the way I understand it, they can't get a temporary till they've come before us, Mark, and we've given them a resolution.
Even beer and wine.
Regulations. That's right, beer and wine.
Well, for beer and wine, non 500-foot cases, I think that they'll most likely fall on the window of review, because we called them in.
That's what I
They
mean.
give
That's what I'm
30-day
talking about.
notice.
That's what I'm talking about.
Notice before
That's
they
the
apply.
one that we need to nip in the bud, because that is a backdoor way in.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Francis?
Yeah, and to support Mark's point is that we really have to make it clear to the community that it's on them, because if they come and they complain, they have to call 311 or do whatever it is. They have to stay on top of this as well. we can't just, arbitrarily say, you've been a bad neighbor unless we have proof. So we have to make sure that they understand that it's their responsibility to stay on top of this so that it doesn't go any further, especially if they're bad neighbors, because if we won't have a leg to stand on if they don't do anything, if they just lay low. So we really have to impress upon them the importance of vigilance during that time, because it makes all the difference in the world.
I think that's what we say to people. Call 311, then call the community board, and then come. I mean, we tell everybody that, Francis, and we have to keep telling them that. I think Pat always says it, the 311, and then, so we just have to keep it up. All
Well,
right.
now with all this stuff going on in terms of it being 6 months more, and with this whole sidewalk cafe thing up in the air, we have to really impress upon them that it's important if they don't want it to get out of hand. But anyway, yeah, we get the
Pat,
point.
go on. Unmute yourself.
Sorry, you'll fill me in later. My computer acted up and I lost the beginning of the conversation. Is this time when I can ask, did anyone listen to what's going on with the council and open restaurants?
Well, we just went through. I don't know what they did totally. I don't know whether anybody knows all about it.
Solution. It was 8 hours of testimony, and most of it was from business owners.
Oh, really?
I noticed there were a lot of people with small businesses, and how it affected them, and they need this and they need that, and I was very proud of Chris Marty and the other person from that covers CB2, because in terms of they identified our unique. We have the most. In terms of 1, 2, and 3, we have the most out of the whole city, and our geographic location, the way we're set up is like ridiculous in terms of the space and what people are trying to do. So, but they really spoke to our needs. But again, it was my impression that it sounded like there were more business owners than residents, but there were a whole lot of people too. It went on for like 8 hours or something like that.
Lucian, do you know when the council is going to, or who's making a decision? I mean, what's the next step?
The commissioner is going.
Well, I think that they'll probably consider the testimony, and the council members may ask to see revisions made to the bill. The bill, as I understand it, reestablishes the community board's oversight for definitely for open dining that happens on the sidewalk. That will return. The community boards will be able to hold a hearing. I've sent in my edits to the testimony were asking us to have 45 days instead of 30 days, just to help it jive better with our kind of monthly business cycle. But a very welcome thing to see community board review come back, because especially for sidewalk, that's where all of the most egregious narrowing issues that tend to happen on the sidewalk portion. So for once in the curb lane, become a question of revocable consent. I'm not entirely certain what that means for us at this moment. We do review revocable consent actions for DOT, so it may be the same if they just fold it into the revocable consent category. In terms of the structure, DOT Commissioner Rodriguez said, his director of open restaurants said that the current thinking is that the outdoor dining would no longer permit structures, but only temporary tenting or umbrellas. with barriers around the roadway. So more like what we saw at the very, very beginning of the pandemic.
And that's what I heard.
Yeah. So it seems like DOT is definitely looking towards moving towards a seasonal outdoor dining.
Now, Lucia, does that mean they make them deconstruct
I'm sorry?
whatever they have there now? Can you hear me?
Yes, in 2023,
Yes.
nothing is grandfathered for the DOT. Nothing is grandfathered.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, I have a baby talking to me. Nothing is grandfathered, and at the beginning of the new program in 2023, all non-compliant open dining installations will have to go.
Okay, well, we got a whole year. All right, so listen, first of all, anybody who's not unmuted, if you're typing or you're shuffling papers, we hear it. So mute yourself, please. That's all I ask, and unmute yourself when you're speaking. I think we should go, Lucy, with our agenda. Hello, Michael, welcome.
Okay, Lucian, I'm gonna need a little of assistance. Before you leave, I'm gonna need a little bit of assistance. I'm going to ask the applicant for 120 Church Street to, I guess, raise their hand, and then I can move them over. Is that how this works?
Yeah, you can see who's here for.
Yes, I'm on the phone. My name is Sachin, and the last name is Yadav.
Do you have a licensing counsel or anyone representing you?
No, I'm representing myself. I own this
Okay.
Burger Village.
So
Okay,
this sounds like
Thank
Lucy,
you. I
you're
think I
good to
got
go.
it now, Lou.
Okay, everyone, have a good meeting. See you later.
So Susan, how do you want to roll with this? Do I show my screen for the 120 and then go from there, and then you let the
Show
applicant
your
talk
screen.
first?
Yes, show your screen and let them speak.
Okay, are you able to see it? Are you able to see it?
Are you asking me something? I'm sorry.
Susan, are you able to see my screen?
At her screen, she's made
Yes.
it bigger so we can see it. Make it a little bigger, Lucy, if you.
Okay, hold on,
Just
give me a
one.
second. I lost
Yeah.
it now. So sorry, guys. This is all new to me. So give me 30 seconds. Back to the sharing.
It must be a visitor or a panelist or somebody who's typing, but what the hell? All right, here we go.
How's that?
That's better. And you turn the pages. Okay. Mr. Will you tell me your name again, sir?
Yes, miss. My first name is Sachin, and the last name is Yadav.
Okay, gotcha. So I have reviewed it a little bit. I just have a couple of questions for you, and
Please,
Lucy,
ma'am.
you can go through the questions because there's a number of things aren't filled out on your form, but some are. Your hours are 11 to 10 p.m. Have a
Yes, every day,
seating-
Monday to Sunday.
I know what the area is. I know where it is, but you have seating for 110 people.
It's about 100 people, yes.
Mm-hmm. It was formerly so everybody knows where it is. Will you tell me the name of the prior restaurant that was there?
It was a burger restaurant called a Sniper, and I believe they are 110 seats, but we're going to be keeping 100.
Okay.
So this fits into our large venue because he's got 110 people.
Correct.
Now, what you do have with that we don't like is delivery from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m.
I could always change it. It's not a problem at all.
Because there are people who live there. We don't mind if you
Okay.
have 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. or 3 p.m., but not 11 p.m. to 6 a.m.
I will make sure it's not going to be any delivery at midnight to 6 a.m. in the morning. Whatever time you guys will like, I'll make sure we're going to get the food deliveries on that time. If it's 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the afternoon, it will be delivered on that time.
Okay, well, we'll
I mean, like, they all are my customers, and I absolutely want to make them happy.
uh, um,
So what are you changing the hours, Susan? I'm sorry.
for delivery will be 7 a.m. to 2 or 3. I don't care. We usually stay till 2 because it gets, then school gets out, the streets get crowded. It's complicated.
Otherwise, everything else is okay on his stipulation?
Well, it's not steps. We have to write the steps. Let's go through it, everybody, and look. Keep turning the pages loose, please.
Is this what you need, or you need you need this?
Yeah, I need that. Keep going.
Questionnaire? I'm sorry.
Yeah, the questionnaire. Sorry, Lucy.
No, I'm learning. Tell me when you want me to
Beer
keep
and
to the
wine
phone.
and liquor, everyone. Hard liquor.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. Keep going, yeah.
You just passed by the page where it said there are not 3 establishments within 500 feet. Can somebody else check this? I mean, that seems to me a little not quite so believable.
No, so I mean, I don't have it because on my left there is 7-Eleven if you're facing the restaurant, and there's next block and they have Preta Manager. On my right side there is a Starbucks, and you go on little right to the next block there is Dunkin' Donut.
Yeah, but that's
And
too
if you
close.
go,
500 feet is further away than that. So can somebody
yeah,
look up? Can somebody look up the SLA, the lamp thing, Mark, or somebody else can?
Mark,
look up-
will you, not tonight, but we'll check. I believe, Mr. Tachin, you have to understand the side streets count for you within the 500-foot area. It's not just Church Street. It's what you are bound by, the side streets as well.
As the crow flies.
Thank you, Mark. As the crow flies.
Okay, so we're going to check that
Yeah.
and change it if it's not correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Continue.
Yes, please.
That's really, this is the kind of thing that the applicant really is, the onus is on them to come to us with that information correctly.
So listen, Mr. Tosin, sir, I think Mark's point is well taken. We happen to be, I'm very sorry, understaffed, and we need you to do some work and submit to us before our full board meeting what's on your side streets.
So yeah, that's what I'm telling you. So on my side street, there is a garage up to middle of the block, and on the right side there is again the parking, and it goes up to the middle of the block.
What are your two?
So
yes.
What my understanding says there is no other liquor place except 7-Eleven, which is retail, who are selling liquor to their patrons, making them inside and serving the liquor.
But it can be
and right across the street from me, everything is closed.
But just walking around visually looking at what you think might be within 500 feet can be deceptive, where it might appear it's not, but it could be. You don't realize it. So I suggest you can contact the SLA, and they can assist you on determining whether you are within 500 feet and need or not.
Well, there's 2 other restaurants right on Murray Street, right around the corner from him.
Yeah, so they may or may not be within 500 feet, depending on from his entrance. It might just be just out or just inside, but he needs to contact the SLA or an attorney to assist him to get us that
No, so I
information
know how to
correctly.
look. I mean, I believe I can go online and check on the SLA lamp, and if there is nothing, I can provide you those papers tomorrow. Does it gonna
Just
work?
provide it either way. If you know how to do that on the SLA website, so we know.
I think I would be able to do that. I will do it tonight.
This is,
All right.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Anything else beside that?
Well, no, we're just going through it. Let's keep going, everybody. Lucy, keep turning, please. Keep going, kiddo. Okay.
okay, the hours are fine.
The hours are fine. Yes, they are.
Yes.
That's almost just everybody's saving grace for me. You understand that?
Mhm.
Remember our rule about background music, sir.
Yeah.
If it can be heard outside, it is not background music.
No, so we just play recorded music on a very low volume. So we don't have any dancing or any loud music or any hip hop or something. No, it's not like that.
Okay.
Okay, in the same vein, are there windows that can
No, there is
open?
only one door. No, there is only one door for the customer. There is no window.
Okay,
The seating is kind of set back in to the you're going to keep the structure the same, right?
Everything is same, sir.
Yeah, because the way it's set up now, the seating is like away from the door. It's not
Yeah,
like
it is.
it's not close to the door. Yeah, you have to walk in.
Okay.
Mhm.
Keep going, Luce, please. Okay, keep going. All right, does anybody need to see anything else?
really?
Any other questions?
So having gone through this, do we have another set of rules that we're supposed to look at because of the large venue, or was that incorporated?
I think it's incorporated. I think since he has no dancing or anything else, or his application is pretty clear. I'm not so worried. There's not going to be traffic, car traffic, and Ubers and any of the stuff we're usually worried about, Mariama. That's
Okay.
my concern, and I think we're safe so far on this one.
I have one more question. I can't picture the building right now. Is this a residential building or a commercial building?
No, it is a residential building, and I believe they have almost
Equinox is right
300
upstairs.
apartments on the top. Yeah.
And Equinox is the next is right above them, and Starbucks
Yeah, right
is
above me,
right
that's
there on
true.
the corner. But
Okay.
mostly Equinox is the next level, and then the apartments are above Equinox.
Okay.
Isn't
All right.
Target like across the street or nearby?
No, that's a block over, 2 blocks over.
Yeah, that's on Washington.
Yeah, no, Greenwich.
Greenwich.
Sorry.
Greenwich.
Okay. All right. Any questions? Any other concerns? Can I call the question and
Call a question.
I'll second.
Second.
Contingent on the 500-foot information should be a whereas.
fine?
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
just like, I just told my brother, he's with me. He's looking on the phone, but I don't know how long it's going to take, but he's working on that right now.
Don't worry about it. As long as we get it before the full board meeting, we're fine.
Okay.
So our understanding is that you will not be able. Well, this was a place before, so he may not have as long of a wait. Am I correct? From what Lucian read us, I don't. Will he get a temporary beer and wine?
But I'm so sorry, but it wasn't licensed before. So
Right,
I'm going to
that's
be
what I was
taking the
thinking.
license very first time.
Okay, this is a new one, Susan.
Okay. All right. Okay. So our understanding is that you can apply for a temporary beer and wine
Yes.
license. And so whatever the stipulations we agree to with you now
Okay.
will be required of you during the temporary period of your beer and wine. So you have to
Okay.
be apprised of that. We just, that's what we're informing you. So may I take a vote? And the vote is any recusals? Any noes? Any rejections? All right. I think we passed it, and good luck. And be a good
When do you
neighbor.
open?
What? When do you open?
So we are planning. My construction just started from today, and I'm doing my best to open on 1st of April.
Okay. Good
Okay.
luck. And be a good neighbor. Thank you.
Yes.
Absolutely, miss. Anybody live in Brooklyn? I have 2 restaurants in Brooklyn. You guys are all most welcome.
No, we're
We're
Manhattan.
Manhattanites still.
We're Manhattan.
Okay, that's gonna be. Yeah, okay, all right. So very soon, April 1st, we are trying our best.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you so much, and I will try.
That's all. It's okay. Fine, Lucy. Lucy said enough. That was it. I'm sorry. Lucy's faster
I'm
on the draw.
sorry. I'm
That's all
sorry.
right. Don't worry.
The applicant for 111 Reed Street. Yay. So I think this is where I get confused that I don't know who's who into muting them. I guess they will raise their hand, right?
Well, ask
star
them to
3,
raise their hand.
star 3 for 111 Reed Street. Yeah, I don't see that, so I'm gonna go to the next one if that's okay with you. 35 Cedar Street. Okay.
Are they here?
I don't know. I don't see any hands being raised.
Or unmute them, let them unmute themselves or tell us their.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can unmute yourself by star 6 if you're here for 111 Reed Street or 35 Cedar. Unless I'm doing this incorrectly, I don't see any hands being or anyone unmuting themselves.
All right. So while we're waiting, I'm going to ask before we
Can
go.
you unmute Can you just unmute everybody just as a precaution?
Okay.
And see what happens?
Okay, I see. Wait, we have someone. Please. Okay. Paul, what application are you here for?
It's Paul. I'm here.
For which application, sir?
35 Cedar Street.
Hey, you ready, guys? I'll get it on the screen.
Yes, Lucy will get it on the screen. Thank you, Lucy.
Hi, Susan. It's Paul Lamas from Stone Street.
How do you do, Paul?
Good, thank you.
So 35 Cedar for everybody is around the corner from 28 Liberty. Am I correct, Paul?
That's correct. It's the backside of 10 Liberty, the Glenwood apartment building. It's the backside of that building.
It's where
2 streets.
Yeah, it's where the financier used to be on the way down William Street going north. It's on the right-hand side up a few steps. Okay, so let's go through the application. Lucy, can you make it a little bigger for us? Blind people up, sorry, with bad vision. Thank you.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it is the same location as Financier. We had a wine and beer license at the Financier store. I used to own the Financier store, and unfortunately, it's one of the casualties of COVID, and the store sat empty for a couple of years, and I partnered up with some gentlemen that own a cafe in Soho, also called Pie Bakery. which is on Broome, just off of West Broadway. And I partnered up with them because I happen to be Greek and I love Greek food and I liked their concept and thought it would be something fun to do downtown.
So, are you going to have live music?
Look, I'd like to do like a little guitar music during the day, like on a Sunday brunch or that type of thing. It's not a big issue for us. It's not a bar. There's no bar here. If you scroll down, you'll see the pictures. It's really a cafe setting. And within the cafe setting, we thought it would be nice to do some, a little guy playing a guitar or a little duo, but it's not going to kill us one way or the other if we don't do it. We thought it'd be a nice addition though.
The only reason I'm laughing, committee, is because if you're familiar with Glenwood management, you will know that they will be a very well-behaved venue.
Yes.
So
I happen to also live in that building, just so you know.
yeah, so, and the hours seem to me to be fine. Does anybody have any questions? I know it. I used to patronize it as the financier. And let's go back to occupancy, Luce. Go back a little bit, just so we can
Find the
see.
pictures for you, but then
Yeah, we have about 54 seats.
Yeah, it's not very big. You just cleared up the counter space and stuff, right? In
Yep.
there. Yeah.
Yep, there should be some pictures in there. I don't know if you saw them, but
Lucy's trying to get them to
Well,
us.
what do you want? The pictures or the occupancy on the screen?
I got the occupancy, 54. Keep going.
This is his posting of the notices.
yeah, it
That's-
doesn't look like the pictures are. Oh,
And
keep
they're
going, keep
not
going.
that clear.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me a second, sir. See, it didn't come out that clear on your PDF there. There's the restroom. Excuse me.
That's the menu.
Okay, what is this, sir?
At the top of the side.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the pictures came through clearly for you. We actually opened the store this past Sunday.
This is
So,
all I received.
well, welcome anybody to please come by and say hello because we did open on Sunday.
Yeah,
All right.
This is Darren. I've already been there twice. It's fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Glad to hear it.
Oh, great, Darren. I haven't been.
The layout is that the layout, the display case and everything are almost the same as what they had in Financier.
Correct.
All right. So, anybody have any questions? Any concerns? Can someone call and second and?
Call a question.
I'll second.
It.
Okay. Any recusals? Any rejections? I am considering everybody's in favor. Paul, good luck.
Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it.
Well, you're a good
Thank you.
neighbor.
Thank
Okay,
Can you
bye.
email me a updated stipulation with what was discussed this evening? I have it, but you need to place in the hours, etc.
Okay, sure.
Send it by Monday if possible.
No problem at all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I have got to leave. I'm trying to unmute
All
myself.
right, go. It's all right. I think somebody else came. I think I still have quorum.
You have enough. Let me go back to the vote sheet. 111 Reed Street.
Don't I have, wait, aren't I in the financial district? Oh, no, I'm here. Sorry.
No, we moved over because I couldn't find that person.
Trying to get.
Right, we have to go back there.
Okay, 111 Reed Street. Okay. 2 Cortlandt Slip.
Coentus
Fuentes, I apologize.
Company.
Okay.
You never have to apologize here. So we don't have Reed here, and so far we don't have Coentus.
I do. I just have Fuentes. He just unmuted.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me. Hello. Let me start the video real quick, if it's okay. Thank you for having me again. My name is Jacob Drummer. I'm presenting today to Coentus Slip. which will be called the RX Room, a small cocktail bar with during the day I want to do juices. I want to do fresh juices. I want to prepare fresh meals, salad bowls, sushi rolls. It's a cold kitchen. It's I'm applying for a full liquor license. I applied last year for the same concept in a couple blocks up, but I had some problems with the location. So I found this beautiful new location, and I hope you guys give me a shout.
So it's a cold kitchen. So where is the food prep going to be? I couldn't get that when I looked over the application.
So we have the floor plan on the on the main floor. We have a bar. That's where the cocktail bar is gonna be, and we're gonna have
Beer and wine,
pardon me?
right? You're applying for beer and wine.
No, a full
Or
liquor
liquor.
license.
Full liquor?
Yes.
Mhm.
And then in the basement, I have a prep area kitchen with coolers and fridges and a prep area. Yes. There's a double sink next to the closets. There's gonna be 2 prep tables, and it's gonna be a fridge wall.
Let's go through the application, Lucy,
Yes.
please. Slowly. You didn't fill out some things, Jacob, when I
what?
looked at it. All right, let's go through here and then we can go back. Small plates, sushi rolls on premises. Stop on this page for a minute. Okay. Are you going to have live music?
We will not have live music. I have soundproofing an engineer from Austria, where I'm actually from, and we gonna have sound panels installed into the wall. It's like 4
be-
inches of soundproofing and 2 sheetrock walls.
That'll be in your stip. Okay, keep going, Luz, please. Next
No
page.
DJs, only background music. We're gonna have a very small sound system from Sonos. It's really just a nice hangout spot for a good cocktail, some healthy food.
Let's see the hours.
During the week from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. And
Stop,
then on
Luz,
the
go
weekends-
back, go back.
You said the hours.
Go back.
here.
Go
Occupancy.
back one. I just wanted to see occupancy.
Yeah.
Stop here. So you have a bar area that seats how many?
So on the bar, I can seat 6 people.
Oh, okay. And you have a number of seats of about 37, but occupancy capacity is 75.
Yes, that's what it's. I'm not gonna use it completely. That's the that's the how do you call it, the certificate of occupancy from the building, but I'm not gonna use full occupancy.
Question: how many bathrooms do you have?
We have 1 bathroom.
Thank you, Francis.
And I noticed that there's steps on the outside. So how is it ADA accessible?
We have a ramp. We have a ramp for the stairs, and we also have a doorbell. We have a bell for the ramp. So when somebody rings the bell, somebody from inside will come and help up the ramp.
Aren't you supposed to have a sign also outside of
Yes,
the
we have.
establishment that
we do
lets
have a sign.
people know that it's ADA, wheelchair accessible? The bathroom
Yes,
is wheelchair accessible.
There's a sign. There's a sign right at the before the stairs, right next to the doorbell, where you can ring, so somebody will come out and help you up the ramp.
Yeah, I have a suggestion. If Mr. Trummer would change his projected occupancy to 74, he wouldn't need a place of assembly permit, and he wouldn't be subject to our extra rules.
Thank you so much. I would really love to do that. And,
Do it.
yeah.
Very smart. So,
Thank you so much.
this used to be
That
the
was a little mistake.
Jacob.
Yes.
Used to be the little coffee place up the stairs,
Exactly.
right? Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
But
right, Francis?
we will have the same
I'm
cost,
looking at it. Yeah.
maybe a little bit better. We're working with French Italian roasts. We're gonna have 2 baristas hired for during the day to serve you the best coffees, matcha. We're working with different kinds of Japanese green teas, ceremonial teas, and yeah, and
So,
fresh juices.
all right, upstairs, if I understand correctly, there are tenants.
Yes. So we have tenants
4
upstairs.
floors.
We also have the tenants from right upstairs. We have them they signed with us the petition of support. Plus, also, I'm thinking of renting that place as soon as they move out upstairs
What does that mean? Renting, you mean to new,
as an
app-
apartment.
oh, yourself, you.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, don't you have more than one unit in there?
It's four, I think it's 4 units,
Yeah. Okay.
but they were not reachable like in the last 2 to 3 weeks. And also with COVID, it's very hard to get in touch with people. There was dark light.
And you have that little patio out front. How many
Yeah,
does?
I was going to ask about that. Is that yours? Is that part
Yeah,
of
the
this
outside patio,
Yeah.
was installed before. So
Yeah.
has been there. They had 3 benches out there which are taken away now. So I'm just gonna use I'm not really gonna use it. I wanna have maybe in the summer a couple seats out there just during the day to have a little salad or a coffee, but nothing crazy.
Well, your application should put in what you intend to have,
I have
Jacob.
I have it till 10 p.m. for outside in my
It's fine
application.
outside, but how many you're going to seat? We really want to have that down.
Okay,
Like,
so I'm gonna update that and I'm gonna get it to you by tomorrow morning.
that's all right. Yes, we're okay.
Is the platform within the boundaries of the property?
Yeah, it's within the property.
So it's
Yeah.
part it's part
Yes.
of the all right.
Yeah.
With the
It's
property.
already, yeah.
It's not on the sidewalk. It's within.
Okay.
If
No,
you
but
if you
Francis and I know it. I used to sometimes get coffee there.
It makes a big
Yeah.
difference if it is.
You don't know why, absolutely. So
Uh,
look at the hours, everybody.
I think it's, well, since it's a residential building, perhaps they should be an hour earlier for both weekends and weekdays, at least initially.
The thing is that I help the building already to make the place as much soundproof as possible. And I also have a good relationship with the landlord and the tenant right above. So I was thinking,
And it's right there. There's noise that carries. He's not alone within
yeah,
there. He's
Mm-mm,
within
for sure.
500
there's like the
foot.
main street, there's bus stop, there's everything like right there.
I will say, based on Iris, we like people to close on Sundays by 10.
I have no problem with Sunday at 10.
Okay,
That's
that's really that's a big deal.
For me, Sunday is more about the day business anyway. I made my research down there and it's not too much going on Sunday after 10
Yeah.
anyways. So I'm really happy about that. I can send my employees home earlier.
I don't know whether you're happy, but that's what it's going to be.
Okay. So we do you need me
Okay.
to update that and send it back to you or?
Yes, send it to Lucy back, all of this.
Okay,
Update.
Sunday.
Keep going, kitties, Lucy, please, if there's another page. Slow. Okay. Another page. Or are we done? No.
Did we do windows?
I have windows and soundproof curtains.
Are the windows going to be open or closed?
They're gonna be just for that patio area, as you see in my floor plan, open during the day. In the sun.
What time do they close?
10 p.m. latest.
Everybody, well, let's put in your stipulation. That will be that they close at 10.
Okay.
Any other questions, anybody?
Susan, I just have a question. The hours of operation are gonna be noon to midnight, Sunday to Thursday, and noon to 1 a.m. Friday and Saturday?
Yes, Sunday is gonna be,
Until
10
10 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunday is
That's
10 p.m., Lucy.
But
So this-
can I do Sunday then from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.? Is that possible? Or is
Sure.
it at 12?
Why not? That's when you could sell coffee. I'm surprised you're
But you
staying
can't sell liquor till later.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the hours for Sunday?
10 to
10 to
10.
10.
The rest is noon to midnight.
You're not gonna open for coffee or anything, Jacob?
I want to open for coffee as well, yes, but you know, it was about liquor license, and I wasn't sure if you guys allow me to open very early for coffee because I actually want to be serving all the offices and all the employees who go to work there every day.
I don't mind letting you open, but I'll limit you to liquor till noon.
Okay, so the hours of operation for the liquor is noon to midnight, Sunday to Thursday, and noon to 1 a.m. Friday and Saturday.
Okay,
Forget about
that's
coffee.
fine.
Forget about coffee right now. We're talking about what he's going to be able to be open to serve liquor.
That's
Okay.
right.
3 hours? Okay,
If I don't-
and the full
I don't
kitchen
serve
closes
liquor.
at what time? You
The
put,
kitchen-
you place the word all. That's not clear to me.
Sorry, I don't understand it. You were breaking off.
Susan, the full, food serving till what hours?
The food are served on every open hour.
The food serves till I guess before the
Last call,
last call.
11:45.
You can put that in.
Just 1
15
hour
minutes
before.
before closing?
I
I
think
thought it was
should
1
be
hour before,
It
guys.
should be an hour
an
before
hour.
closing.
An hour. My committee keeps me on my toes.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine for me. I just wanted to keep it that way, you know.
But I
it's
think
fine.
you should put your operation of your restaurant at least open earlier for coffee.
I would love to do that, but I wasn't sure if that is part of the liquor license.
It's not part, we're not going to make it part of the liquor license. We're going to
Okay.
say you could serve food from 10 or 9 to 12 and then your liquor.
I would love to do that from, if it's possible, from 8 or 9 a.m.
It's possible for us, but no
Okay.
liquor served till noon.
No, that's really
on
fine with
Sunday.
me.
You can serve at 10.
I didn't notice when deliveries will be taken.
Right. I
Lip-
was going to ask
Didn't see
Karen.
it either.
We
Go
are
on.
it's a very limited and small place, so my deliveries, I had them also when I used to work back down there. I used to have them always between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.
That's
In
fine.
2-hour window, very small because there's so much traffic down there. It's blocking everything.
Okay. And you have a cold
And-
kitchen anyway. He's not cooking. He's going to have
Yeah.
sushi. Maybe he gets at Whole Foods. Who knows?
No. We have
Then
no.
have-
I work with really good chefs who used to work for Morimoto, so I
Okay.
try to make it really as nice and as fresh as possible to be.
We'll try it out.
So where do
Okay.
you guys put your garbage?
Huh? Excuse me?
Where do you put your garbage?
So we usually had the garbage down there. The pickup was around between 11 and 12 a.m. Between 11 p.m. and 12 a.m.
It's private garbage, isn't
Can I
it?
join in? If
Yeah,
you,
Pat, go ahead.
if it's at all possible to have the carting service, because you're doing private carting, correct?
Private what?
Carting, private garbage pickup.
Yes.
If it's at all possible to use a carter that one of your neighbors uses so that they
Yeah.
can come at the same time. and we
Exactly.
don't
Yeah.
have 10 yeah.
Yeah, no
Good.
problem. I worked with there was a gentleman down there I worked with last year in the Seaport area, and he had most of the area. So I want to try to work with this person again.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
So where do you, I'm looking at the front of your restaurant, your place, and there's like this black, it looks like a gate or something.
Yeah, it's a gate to the basement.
You can't
Is-
put
so
garbage there.
Is that no? Do you store the garbage there before you put it out? I mean, I'm looking, I'm looking at.
So when you see the gate, when you go downstairs between the gate and where you get into the bathroom area, there's this little space. It's very limited, but
You
usually
go to the bathroom through there?
No, no, no. We don't. You don't.
Oh,
There's a door.
oh,
There's a
okay.
stairs in the back. But you go. There is a little bit of a garbage room there. But
Oh, okay.
garbage will
But
be very, very limited. It's
Francis
very.
raises a great point, Jacob. Where will it be picked up? Is it going to be picked up on Pearl, or is it going to be picked up on water? Where is it picked up?
So I need to see where they used to pick up, and I want to, of course, go with the other restaurants in the area to make sure it's not a huge pile everywhere. To go with the other ones, either on the corner of Water or on Pearl on the other side. But I think it's Water, if I'm not wrong.
I think it may be, but check it,
Yeah,
please.
because that's the main street. I think there's more space for them. But I will go there back tomorrow and double check, and I will also put a note in the email, okay?
Okay. Any other questions, anybody?
Well, the stipulations are not completely filled out, so my question is here.
Go.
You guys indicate if they have personal security.
We will not have security. It's a very small and limited place. We're not intending to do any dance parties, loud parties. We will our staff is checking IDs when somebody comes to have a glass of wine or a cocktail.
You're applying for Sidewalk Cafe?
I'm not applying for Sidewalk Cafe. I know that you guys don't like it in the first year, of applying for a liquor license. So I'm not doing it right now. Even if
You
I
already
have
have an
a nice big
outside.
space out there.
Yeah, you have an
Violations from
outside
previous
already.
Pardon me?
Any violations from previous establishments?
Me?
Yes.
Never.
Please fill out the stipulations and send them back to me by Monday.
I will do that. You will have it tomorrow.
See, go
Go,
ahead.
Francis.
Is the place available for private events?
The place, not really private events. I want to offer mixology classes during the day where you can come with at least 5 or 6 friends at the bar and you learn how to make a cocktail. We make the cocktail for you, but with a little bit of educational background.
But if I wanted to come and buy out the place for an evening, is that possible?
Not planned, to be honest. No.
Well, we put no private parties in there, Francis.
Yes.
Any, can we have a call the question in a second, please? Second.
Second.
All right, recusals? Any no's? Well, all in favor, I guess, Jacob, we wish you luck.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
I will. Thank you. You too.
Good luck.
I think the only one that I lost is Jean. She left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Karen is a public member too.
29 New Street. Let's see how I get back to the screen. Sorry, guys. It's all new to me.
That's one wall.
Yeah.
One wall, 29 New, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it's one wall. It's the big building with
Ugh.
gorgeous interior.
Okay, the person's on.
Person's here?
Yep, I just moved them over.
Okay.
All right, Lucy, get your sheet on the uproar.
Can you unmute yourself, please? There she goes. Now I'll get I'll get you on screen.
Is that Claire Colleen?
Yes, it is.
Yep, that's
Colleen.
me. I apologize for my kids in the background.
Don't worry about it.
I apologize for kids about it.
Don't worry about it. Let's go through the
Sorry, I was writing.
the application.
Tell me if I'm going too fast.
Hold on, I need to go back a little. I just got to look.
I found mine.
Okay, keep going, Luz, please. Hold still a minute. 6A, I can't read it, so tell me what the club is and what the hours are. Oh, okay. 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. is alcohol service.
No, that's the operations of the health club itself. The actual alcohol service will be much more limited than that.
Yeah, I see. 8 a.m. Monday to Saturday and 10 a.m. on Sunday. And then Monday to Friday, that's all. I'm having trouble between the club and the restaurant, Claire. That's what I can't kind of figure out.
So the club itself will be open essentially 24 hours, but alcohol is going to be served at the same time food is. So about 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. or sorry. No, it's not going to start any earlier than 8 a.m. Monday through Saturday and 10 a.m. on Sunday, and it'll close between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m.
Okay. All right.
Should I have her remove the wording of the club or just leave it as is?
Well, but I think they're going to serve, if I understand it correctly, the club is also going to have food and be accessible for food and alcohol. Am I correct, Claire, or not?
Nope, that's correct. And if someone can they let Donald Bernstein in? He's the attorney representing Lifetime.
Yes.
He said he's waiting in queue.
Don't wait in the queue. Let Donald in.
Okay, let me figure it out. You can continue while I try to figure out this. Sorry.
Don't worry about it, Lucy. It's your first time. Relax.
I am relaxed.
Good.
Who am I moving over?
Donald Bernstein. And go back to our little.
Donald, can you raise your hand? Is that D.O. on here? Oh, I see him. Sorry. There we go. There he goes. And now I got to share the screen again. Share this screen. Okay, guys, here we go.
Will you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I clicked on the raise my hand, so
Listen, it's on you to me, so sorry, I apologize.
no problem, no problem. I just hope you don't miss some others that are raising their hand. I didn't see the icon on the bottom. I see it next to my name. So yeah, so just to fill you in, this is the Lifetime Fitness Club that is nationwide, that has a current facility on 42nd Street with a liquor license, and they'll be opening some more clubs in Manhattan. They'll be taking this space at 1 Wall Street. The main entrance is on New Street, and there are multiple floors for the fitness center, but there are only technically 3, but 2 usable spaces that we are going to be licensing. The first is on the main floor where the main entrance is. It's referred to as level N, and there will be a coffee bar and restaurant there. It's 14 tables, 32 seats, and 4 bar stools. That will be open from 6 a.m. until midnight. The next level that is licensed is referred to as level A, which you'll see on the floor plans, that has in it a full service restaurant. Yeah, if you keep going down, you'll get to level A. So that, you go to the next page. Keep going, one more. Yeah, that's what I just referred to. That is level N. So you see on top, on the upper left-hand corner is the main entrance, and you'll see this is all for food and beverage service. It is also where members will check in. And if you go down to that level, you will see, go up one. Yeah, keep going down. You go down to the next page. Yep. So that is the referred to as the A level. And you'll see with in some dotted lines in the center an area that is marked off. That is the area that will also be licensed. That is a restaurant that will be serving food. The rest of that floor is more or less a health club, and the alcohol service will not be in that section of Lifetime. It will just be in the area that is dotted. And that area has 9 tables with 37 seats, and the hours will be 6 a.m. to midnight. There are other floors below that in Lifetime, but those will not be licensed. Those are just for fitness and classes and cycling and yoga and personal training. And there's a kids academy and a lot of other amenities that the club offers.
This is a membership club. What's the membership cost?
This is a membership club. It depends on how many people from your family are joining. I think it's about $200 some odd for one person a month. Let me get that for you. Hold on one second. I'll tell you.
I'm sorry, Francis, because it's in a PDF. I can't rotate it. Sorry. I saw you like, what am I looking at?
Yeah, I'm looking for Claire. I know you sent it to me. You want to go through the membership fees?
I don't need to know all of it. I just want to get an idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about $250 to $475 per month.
How many people?
From $250 for a single to $475 for multiple.
Family?
Yeah.
Correct.
Family.
Yep.
You have a pool?
We've got it all. We've got pools, hot tubs, saunas.
The building, when they came to us way back to show us the plans to the financial committee, it's an unbelievable building.
Mm.
And it should be landmarked inside. I don't think it is. I'm not sure, but it's landmarked outside.
Yeah, and Lifetime is really a first-class place. I've been to them. They are beautiful on the inside. They're well run, really upscale, great place.
Susan?
Yes, Mitch.
No, it's Joel. So can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm actually a member of Lifetime. When New York Health and Racquet Club went out of business, it transitioned over to Lifetime.
Yeah.
Lifetime is the Ritz-Carlton before they were owned by the Marriott of health clubs. It is 5-star, first class. It's probably the best health club you're ever going to walk into in your life. So it's very professional. It's extremely upscale. It's everything you want a health club to be. So I'm sure whatever they open up in One Wall Street is going to be off the charts.
Well, that's nice to know. And they have a pool.
They have more than a pool. They have anything you could possibly want to do as far as fitness, as far as life experiences. Anything you want, they have it.
All right. All right. I mean, I don't see any problem here. Does anybody?
Call the question.
Oh, do I get a second?
Second.
Yep, seconded.
Okay. If no negatives, no no's.
Hal,
No
is your hand up
recusals?
for a reason?
Chow, do you have your hand up for a reason? Unmute yourself, Chow. Oh, well.
Susan, can I vote on this?
Who are you?
Joel.
Yes, Joel. You can vote on it. I don't see why not. This is something else. I guess probably if I'm asking, you probably should recuse yourself. Okay? Let's be on the safe side, Joel.
Okay.
I think you have to recuse. But you gave him a 1-2, so that's good. And
He
you're not,
doesn't have it. He's not invested in it. Why does he have to?
he's a member.
He's a member.
He's a
He doesn't
member.
get it.
And if I remember my stuff, it's an issue. I remember this from my training. That and a token.
right.
It won't hurt him.
Better
He's
safe
gonna
than
get
sorry.
through. So if there's only one recusal, no nos, you got it, Donald and Claire.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you, everybody.
We'll
Susan,
just go
before,
over the stip sheet with Lucy.
sure.
We don't have,
I think the stip has already filled out based on what you guys spoke. Just sign it, send it back to me by Monday. Have a great weekend.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very
Susan,
much, everyone.
just before I leave, I have Cipriani, 10 South Street. It was not on the agenda. That was printed, but we called the office and confirmed that it's on. So I just want to make sure you have that.
Yeah, I do. We could go, if Susan says okay, I'll move on to that one.
well, we've done the financial and the next one on our agenda is
We're
South
still looking
Street.
for 111 Reed Street. They haven't responded yet. So
Okay, so let's do Donald again.
Great. So this is 10 South Street Club Operator Inc., 10 South Street, which is Casa Cipriani.
I'm getting it.
Well, we'll call him back. I've got Donald, let him go. Yeah, Donald.
I'm
So
sorry.
you want me to keep going, Susan? Yes?
Yes, if Lucy
Thank
can
you.
do it, yeah.
So you
Yeah.
remember we were before you on this a few times. This building is operated in part by Cipriani as a hotel. Part of it is a catering facility. And the fifth floor is a private members club, which both you and the community board and the State Liquor Authority approved. So we have two applications for Cipriani tonight. The first is an alteration application, and there are two components to that. One is there are some slight changes being made to the fifth floor that is currently licensed. We are changing around the seating and furnishings, and on the west outdoor terrace, we are moving one of the bars that was designated in the center of that west terrace, and then now is going to be moved to the side, and actually the number of bar stools are going to decrease, but the occupancy of that floor is not changing. The kitchen's not changing, just some minor movement of the furnishings. The more important part.
That's the Battery Building, right?
Yes,
That's
the
that.
B&B building. That's correct. Classic.
And it's going to be facing more towards the water or the street?
Yes, it's actually facing more towards the water. And one of the reasons why you didn't have any problem licensing the outdoor space from the get-go is because, as you say in the stipulation, from February of 2020, that, I don't know, maybe Mark wrote, it says deck space allowed as there are no residents in close proximity. So that's why that went through from the outset. What they're doing now, which was always in the plans, is adding the sixth floor, which is right above that, which is going to be the second floor of the members club. And if you see the plans you have, this is outdoors. This is outdoor space. And it is right above the existing club. There will be an outdoor kitchen and there will be table seating throughout that space. There are a total of 225 seats in that area. And the plan is to have that with the same hours of operation as we have in the outdoor terraces on the fifth floor, which is until 2 a.m. Currently, the license for the fifth floor is a 2 a.m. close, both indoor and outdoor. So the alteration is to just add that space. The second application we have, and I'll just go through it and then you can ask questions and talk about them both, is a change in method of operation application. What we would like to do, because there's some demand for it, is have the interior section of the fourth floor, not the exterior, only the interior, have the hours extended till 4 a.m. What we find is that particularly later in the week and on weekends, there are still, significant number of people at 2 a.m. So there's a demand for some people to stay beyond that. And we think it's actually less of an impact in the area, even though it's not residential at all. instead of having a larger group of people leaving at 2 a.m. If there's a 4 a.m. close, what we'll find is that between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. people will trickle out. So it extends the period of time that people leave.
So
those are
let
the
me
two
just
applications.
interrupt you, Donald,
Mhm.
because I want to make
That's a lot
myself
of
very
time.
clear. 4 a.m. has become almost impossible for any of us in the community because you can't control the people when they leave. And they have caused nothing but havoc for us in the community. They come down water, they come down south, they're screaming, they're drunk, and they're places that when they move up, they come by us at Hanover Square, and they come from all these places and they scream on the streets, and it's a problem. In addition, I would be remiss if I didn't say that this was a public space building that has been taken away from the public. It is, and if I have to speak for Alice Blank before she would beat me up and I didn't raise this, it is a public space that's gone for us because it's a membership club and it's not a restaurant that's open to the public. But still, I personally think 4 a.m. is beyond the pale. That's me.
Well, my response is that in the number of months that they've been open, as far as we know, there haven't been issues, there haven't been complaints. And another important difference is, often what you hear is you hear applicants say, well, we're going to cater to upscale clients and patrons, and the response is, you don't know who's walking in your door, you can't control them. You do have control with the members club in two respects. Number one, you know who's coming in because they have to be accepted as members. So you know who they are off the bat. Secondly, there's a code of conduct with a members club that every member has to sign and agree to. And memberships are also renewed periodically. I don't know if with Casa Cipriani it's every year, every 2 years, but memberships are always renewed regularly. And I've done a number of members clubs throughout the city, and they share all of them are the same in that respect. And if a member does not adhere to the code of conduct by either being rude to patrons, other patrons, staff, the building, or the neighborhood, action can be taken. And I know that they do. So, if a patron is reported or a group of patrons is reported as being noisy or unruly or a disturbance, the club has the ability to suspend them or revoke their membership. So whereas you can't do that in a restaurant or any other facility, there is that ability. So that, coupled with the fact that there haven't been issues, as far as we know, with Casa Cipriani.
Well, it's also
like to
been
get-
COVID. Let's call it like it is. That you haven't had, I mean, we're going to open up. And what we talked about at the earlier meeting of the committee is that I'm willing to let you go, we, not me, we would be willing to let you go through till 2 a.m. through the summer months where you're going to have the most traffic and everything else. And you'll come back after you open minimum 6 months, but through the summer months, spring and summer and fall, and you can come back and ask for an extension. But I'm loath to do it. You made a good argument. I'm not going to say you didn't, but
And if you say 4 a.m. to this establishment, how are you going to not say 4 a.m. to the next establishment that wants 4
And you're
a.m.?
jumping from what time? From 2 to 4 already? And it's like, that's a big jump.
And I understand that they're located, they're, but still another
Yeah,
establishment
no,
come in
yeah.
and say, well, you've granted them to 4, why can't you grant us until 4? And we can make the case that they're not, next to a residential building, but still.
They're
if you
across the
grant them
water, and
4
I'm sure the
Well, I
people in
think-
Brooklyn will be complaining about the noise traveling across the water from.
Well, I don't think they can hear that, but.
But I think,
Oh, well, yes, they can.
yeah, if I can respond to what
but-
Pat said, I think that the point is that every application has to be considered on its own merits. And you can't say, I'm approving this because, not approving this, or I'm approving this because of something else. Every operator is different, every location is different, every
No,
operation
it's the same
is different.
community. It's one community.
You know,
Listen,
It's one community that we're dealing with. We're dealing with several different applications, but it's still we are the total community, and we have to look at the whole. You're
and,
presenting one particular place.
and in addition, there's going to be Uber traffic and Lyft traffic because, as we know, there are cars around there. They come up, they go, they don't go up the FDR highway a lot of times. They go up the street by me, they come up Wall Street. So I would say that we'll give it, if we approve everything, you've got still till 2, then that's what we've done. And you can come back, but not at this moment.
I mean, they've been there since last summer, so that's, you know, we did wait.
That's not enough. And but to ask for 2 more hours? No way. No.
Susan?
I'll vote no.
Mark,
So just for
yes.
the record, we always consider each applicant on a case-by-case basis, and you know,
Thank you,
sometimes there's
Mark.
circumstances that are different. And we did that here. And considering that we're giving 2 a.m. every night, right?
That's
So
correct.
we don't usually
Yeah,
do that, so
yeah.
that's already a concession to start with.
Mhm.
I'd like to get that on the record.
I think that's correct. So, you are not going to get 4 a.m. You made a good argument, Donald, and I'm appreciative of it. But we did relent, and we've been. Let's see how it goes and how they control the traffic as well as the cars and what happens during the summer, and you can come back. All right?
Would you consider 3 a.m. Friday and Saturday?
No, I'm not going to this time. It's going to be 2 a.m.
Come back with that.
You can come back with that, says
Well,
Francis.
if I
That
come back
makes-
after
Come
the
back
summer,
with
I'm gonna
that.
come
That
back.
would be
I'm gonna
good.
come back with 4. I'm not gonna come back with 3. I'm trying to come up with an interim solution now
We
because
may
we've been
never do
operating since
4
last summer.
again, Donald. This community is so fed up, and it has nothing to do with you. It really doesn't, but it is what has happened and what people feel. So,
Okay.
can I have a call the question in a second?
Call the question.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Duran. So any recusals? Hi,
excuse me.
Chow.
Sorry.
Any recusals? Any no's? Then I think we'll all, it is passed unanimously and it will stay 2 a.m. and they can come back.
Susan, I have a comment.
Yes,
on
Mark.
what you just said about the community's fed up and not going to take it anymore, basically. And that has to do with a history of bad actors, and most are not. Well, to be fair, you know, most are not, but the ones that are do cause significant quality of life problems.
Mhm.
And then the problem with that is the nightlife industry as a whole does a very bad job of policing itself or disciplining bad actors. Not that they have some formal authority to do it, but when there are nightclubs that are causing problems, the representatives of nightlife industry that lobby the Senate and Assembly and want to have all the laws changed in their favor, they never come out against the bad guys that are making them look bad. And this is the consequence of it, that this applicant can, one consequence of that, they're not getting 4 a.m. licenses because they never police themselves. It's their own fault.
Well, it's not theirs per se, but I got you. All right.
All right, Susan, wait, we're not finished. First of all,
Not this applicant as a general statement.
Okay.
Susan,
What, Donald?
yeah, 2 things. One is, and I realize you voted on hours, so we'll come, you know, I'm not going to fight that now, but just want you to remember that we have a hotel in this building too. And the last thing we're going to have is crowds that are noisy, that are going to disturb our hotel guests that are paying for rooms that are right below our members club. So if it was open till 4 a.m. and it's a problem, we're the first ones to suffer. But the last point is, but you voted and I respect your vote. The last point is, we need you to vote on the alteration application because that is a separate application to add the 6th floor and make the revisions to the 5th floor.
The sixth floor is what I do have a question, and thank you, Donald. The sixth floor is, isn't that where the additional space is? There's like a glass part of the club you would come to us to show way back. Isn't that the sixth floor, Donald?
I don't remember. It might be. My client was supposed to be on this. I don't know if he's on a call. As a
Interrupt you
caller.
for a second, Susan. You lost quorum. You have
All right, that's okay.
I don't know if my client Henrik from Cipriani is on. He could answer this. I don't know if he's.
Is there a
Oh,
Henrik?
yeah, he's here. He's raised his hand. Can you bring him in? Do you see him there?
Yeah, this is Henrik. How are you?
Thank you. So Henrik, is it that glass part on top of the building? Is that what the sixth floor?
No, so we have two small patios on the fifth floor, which is actually on the club floor. Those are small. If the capacity is under 50 people, those are actually the glass. I think the glass that you remember. The sixth floor is actually it's basically new build. It's basically like an outdoor cafe setting.
So if this is landmark, this building is a landmark building?
They approved the other already.
This is all going through landmark, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been approved.
So
I
what do
know
we
that.
have to do?
We're allowing them to have a cafe and to do the alteration to do that.
And upstairs, it's not a standing bar. It's only a service bar. So like this is
no
not
stand-up bar outside on the sixth floor.
For how many people?
On the floor?
Yeah, what's the capacity?
It's about 225 seats.
225 seats of a cafe. And it's like a service bar and a small like kitchenette, like outside kitchen.
Do you think you're going to have that many members? Wait a minute. Or is this for outside events?
No. So there's no events in the club. We have a ballroom on the second floor. So we're actually we don't do events. That like one of the policy, like we have one of the restaurant that is closed on Sunday, Mondays. So sometimes members can do a large gathering, but it's not like we're not open to events and we're not open to events to the public. So, and the only way you access the club is if you're a member or you're a guest of a member or you're staying in a hotel.
Everything in the building is private then?
Yes, except for the ballroom on the second floor, the event space is again, it has to be an event.
The hotel is open to the public.
The hotel is open to the public, of course, yes. I mean, with a reservation.
Is there a bar in the hotel that's open to the public?
There's a small restaurant in the hotel, yes.
Yeah.
It's open to the public.
That's open to the public.
Why do you need all that space upstairs? I mean, anyway.
I don't know either, Francis.
That's a lot of space. I mean, for if you're not having big events or anything like that.
Not doing big events. And the upstairs is also, the goal is to have a portion of it is really, it's like a sun deck for the hotel guests.
For 250 people?
Well, I think that's the total seating, but it's not, yes.
How do I explain this? It doesn't make sense. That's what we're all struggling with, Donald. I can't. It doesn't make sense as a business plan to me.
Yeah.
None of this piece, I just can't wrap my head around it.
It's beautiful.
100 people,
It's
150
beautiful
people.
outdoor
Yeah.
space. It's beautiful outdoor space. Members are paying a monthly or annual fee to join. It's an amenity that we can provide. Outdoor space is more treasured now than ever before. So our members that don't want to
but
go
for
on the fifth floor and sit
250 people,
inside.
I mean,
Well, let me just finish. I mean, they're
Yeah.
it doesn't mean it's going to be occupied by 250 people all the time. It's just that's the maximum number of seats. That's the maximum capacity. You have to remember it's limited to members. So, if on any given occasion, a number of members that show up are small, you're going to have a small occupancy in that space. And it's only going to be used a few months a year because it's outdoors. So it's only going to be used 5-6 months a year.
You provide an opportunity for something to happen that you don't want to happen.
We don't see that at all. This is space
Okay,
where
no, you
there's no
don't. But if
bar.
you
There's
somebody
no
comes with a check, you'll see it.
There's no bar outside. There's no room for people to be standing and walking around. It's lounge seating. It's comfortable seating. It's a nice place to sit outside.
Yeah. Okay.
There are tables where you can eat and order food.
All right, so I'm not going to belabor this one. Are there any more comments from anybody? Are you going to have live music up there, Donald?
No.
Okay.
Okay, Susan, your previous vote for this application was a vote for a no on the method of operation, correct?
Yeah, on the
And now
4A.
that it failed, and now you're voting on the alterations.
Yeah, yeah.
On both alterations or combined together, because there's two.
The whole kit and caboodle.
Okay, so everybody got that?
Yeah.
So the first one failed. Okay.
I mean, the first one, they didn't get 4 a.m. There's at 2 a.m.
Right, so there's no change in method of operation, so you
That's
voted
correct.
on that part. No.
Okay.
Now we're voting on the second part.
Yeah. Do I have somebody going to call the question?
Call the question.
Second. Please. Okay. All right. So, any recusals? Any no's?
I'm sorry, Susan, I'm confused again. I apologize, guys. You're voting this down or you're voting it up?
We're voting.
We're voting now.
We're voting now.
I know, but are you voting to approve it or voting to not approve it?
No, we always vote to approve, Lucy.
Okay, thank you.
That's our modus operandi. We vote to approve.
Got it. Okay. Go ahead.
Stipulation.
Yes, with stipulate, whatever. All in favor? I mean, all no, if I have no's. I don't. All right, so you pass, Donald, even though we're not thrilled. What can I tell you?
Got it.
Such is life.
It is such as
Not
life.
always thrilled, but thank you.
Okay.
And we'll see you next time.
All right, bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.
Okay, Joe Capella's leaving at 8. You still have quorum, so let's see who's next.
Yeah, let's get through this. We have a Governor's Island.
No, we do not.
Are we going to do 1 Center Street?
Well, give me a second and we'll call them, but I'm still looking for 111 Reed Street. Okay, I guess we'll put them at the end and they don't come, they don't come. Now, Francis, there you go. 1 Center Street. Are you here? I think I knew. Jean, are you here? Jean?
Hey, how are you?
Okay, you're for 1 Center Street, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, let me pull it up. You can talk with Susan. and
Can't
the rest
wait
of
to
them.
hear this.
That should have been the last one, but go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, guys.
Yes, so we are a section of 2 kiosks. Our landlord is the City of New York, and we're applying for a license to serve beer, wine, and alcohol at our location. It'll be primarily plant-based for the food concept. We'll do entrees, appetizers, a lot of sandwiches, burgers, salads, and we're envisioning this to be a family-friendly amenity to the community in the commercially heavy area.
It's outdoors, so is it going to be all year?
We will attempt to have it all year, but realistically, it'll be weather dependent. The primary season is going to be the late spring, summer, and early fall.
Oh,
I'm looking for it's called the Sanctuary Courts.
Yes.
Let me see if I
Sorry,
understand
where's
this.
the location?
You're having a
Yeah,
kiosk
right.
that's selling. You're having a kiosk that's selling liquor.
A kiosk. Oh, liquor, and they want it 4 a.m. every day.
No, but where is it?
So this is on Center Street and Reed.
This is in our
And these
building,
are
right?
Just
Right in our
the
building
north
when
of
you
the
step outside.
guys. The north of the north entrance there of 1 Center Street. There's that small kiosk. It's like it's been there a long time. It's like between the federal courthouse and 1 Center Street.
Yep, there's
Right
two
near
of
the
them.
church.
There are two.
By the church.
Well,
So
it
wait a
used to
second,
be a
people-
church.
people-
The church isn't in operation anymore.
But it's still, we know
Church is
the
not
church.
in it.
Yeah.
So it's
let me ask
outside.
you a
We're
question.
open.
People,
that area.
It's yeah, exactly. It's the
People-
outdoor location. It's the two kiosks, and we intend to use one for a kitchen, and one for storage, and for the beer, wine, and liquor bar.
So the kiosks are really for storage and service, and the
Absolutely.
dining is outside.
Dining will be 100% outside with by us provided customer seating.
Will you have umbrellas? Will you have heat?
Yes. We'll have umbrellas. We'll attempt to add heat as we can as it gets towards the cold seasons. But the primary vision for it is to have it as a predominantly seasonal operation. The perimeter will be enclosed by planters and plantings with string lights going around. We'd like to have music, of course, for our patrons. I've been listening to your previous concerns with music and it being, if you could hear outside, that's not something that you exactly want. However, this being an outdoor location, some kind of ambience for the background would be, of course, wonderful.
I'm sorry. Isn't it
wait.
busy there
Yeah.
with traffic?
Yeah, right. And
Noise, traffic from the bridge.
And what about the bridge is not there. The traffic is when you come from one police plaza and you're looking to walk over to Center Street. People usually walk in that little area.
You're exiting it off the bridge and you're going down Center Street. Past
Bridge is on the other side of the building.
Those are the two other
Bridge is
kiosks.
on the other side of the
We're
building.
right across from the Folly Square. So the
Where?
courthouse, Folly Square.
MCU is Foley Square.
There's really no car access to this.
No, none at all.
It's your feet or your bike or your skateboard or skates.
No, and it's a heavily pedestrian access because I know I use it to go all through to get to Center Street. That's the way people walk from one police plaza.
Yeah. Are you going to have porta potties?
We have a agreement with the municipal building at 1 Center Street to use their bathrooms.
Really? What bathrooms? They only have how many?
Are those bathrooms ADA accessible?
Yes.
Yeah, they're complicated because having had events in the mezzanine there, it's really you got to take an elevator. It's complicated. It's not that easy access to.
They don't even let us use the freaking elevator half the time.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Exactly.
I think porta potties would be an advantage to your application, sir.
Right. Well, in the event of a special event, we would envision having some potentially, if needed, security and everything else. But on a day-to-day, initially, we were not looking forward to setting up porta potties.
Yeah, and it's on city property. It's complicated.
Okay.
Yeah.
How to
Susan,
get deliveries? How to get deliveries?
if I could, I have my hand up, but I'm not sure if you can see
I
that.
got it. Go, Mitch, and then I'll call Mark.
If it's the two ones, it's kind of in between Federal Immigration Plaza and the courthouse is a little and those two things that have been closed for a while, correct?
Yeah,
exactly. They have graffiti on them. They're run down.
I mean, I know
green structures.
As long as they're not like raves or big concerts going on at 3 o'clock in the morning. For people
Oh,
that get
no.
out of no, I'm just I understand that. I was saying like as an analogy for people coming out of the trains late at night. I mean, to have something that was at least lit over there, at 2, 3 in the morning, whatever. It really, there's no residential over there. It might make it a little safer.
Yeah, well,
That
it's
was
right
exactly.
by One Police Plaza. I want to see them okay it.
No, right, but this is not right, but this is on like the other side. I know exactly. Like
Yeah,
there's
but it's
absolutely
still
nothing
close
going on
enough.
when you come out of the train at Lafayette, the Lafayette Street side, and everything like that. It's like it's barren, and there's nothing. It's like it's desolate.
Yeah,
So
but the people who are coming out of work from One Police Plaza walk through that section in order to get to the train station there. That's right there at Foley
But
Square. If
Francis, can I just say, when it was open, like in the previous years, people still walked through it. It wasn't like, I mean, is this something where they're going to enclose an area and now you can't walk through?
No, nothing will be enclosed. There will
Yeah,
be public walkways on both sides.
way. All right. So everybody, I don't want to lose my quorum on this one. So,
Okay.
for me, Mark, give me 1 sec, then I'll call on you. For me, the big issue is the time.
Yes.
You're not gonna get
Yes.
4 a.m., Gene. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen.
7 days.
If we
Yep.
give you 2 a.m., you're going to be really grateful.
Absolutely, yes.
So that's where we are with all of this, and music has to really be. Are you having live music?
He
No,
wants
no, no, no,
to.
no.
He had
Okay.
everything checked. You
No,
had
it's
everything
in the
checked.
yes, it's in the event of, let's say, a special event or anything that is extraordinary. This would not be anywhere near a daily operation.
Well, I think
yeah.
what we're going to do is limit you
Yes.
to I don't know whether we should limit you to one event per weekend and the maximum of 4 in a month.
And also limit the hours on the outside music, if to make it a win-win.
Well, we could do that, but I want to let Mark speak before we go on. Mark?
Couple things. How are you going to get deliveries?
Deliveries will be, I mean, we will attempt to do everything at night. However, I mean, that'll be
What does that mean?
anything that we can bring to the site that'll be outside of, I guess, to limit any kind of interference that we can create, we'll try to do deliveries at night.
What time? Times, hours?
I mean, 4, 5, 6 a.m. But our standard purveyors will be, like Baldor, Cisco, etc. So we will, for a lot of the things, be at their disposal and at their schedule.
Now, this is not a question for you, but isn't our old office building and then the parking lot next to it, isn't that supposed to be residential at some point?
Supposedly.
So that's right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to consider that what we're going to give now in anticipation that there's going to be hundreds of residents 300 feet away.
It's 300, but it's across the street, and currently it seems like it's not at that point yet.
Well, you're going to be there. Once you get the license, you have to abide by the stipulations. So
No, of course.
so
we intend to be.
We have to
yeah.
balance that there are going to be residents there
yeah.
based on what you're going to be allowed to do, and
No,
then
of course.
4 a.m. deliveries won't be acceptable in a couple of years.
Look, we intend to be good neighbors. That is not like
You're missing the point, sir. I understand that you can go on and on about it, but that's not the issue. I'm sure you're going to be a good neighbor, but in and of itself, a delivery at 4 a.m. causes quality of life noise problems. No matter how good a neighbor you are, it's just part of the way it goes.
So
sure.
why don't we say you will have deliveries not before 6 a.m. and I don't.
Okay.
We'll give you 6. We usually make 7, but it's not. I'm not so worried there at this moment. 6 to noon or 6 to 2. I don't care. You're going to have to figure it out, but not before 6 a.m. Not at 4 or 3 in the morning.
Okay.
And that your hours would be, I am inclined to give them till 2. I don't know what the rest of the committee wants to do. And no more than 4 events within those hours a month.
I agree with Susan.
I'm okay
Would
with that.
2 events be possible?
How many?
Would 2 and no more than 8 within?
No, no 8. You can have maximum of 4. That's it. You can
Okay.
always come back to us at renewal and talk to us, and we'll see how you are. But you can't have more than 4 a month. It will be a madhouse there, no matter what.
Okay.
And it will be, we'll give you your venue till 2 a.m., except on Sundays, no matter what, we make you close at 10 a.m., 10 p.m.
10 p.m. Yep.
So Susan, the events then, you're giving permission for the event to go up till 2 a.m., with the regular hours?
Yeah, why not?
From
Okay,
7
I just
a.m.
thought you might want to have the event a different time, like an earlier time slot, but that's up to you.
I'm willing to listen to anybody from the committee. I mean, if he's going to have an event, I figure, he's not going to close it at 11.
I was
Yeah.
thinking more in terms of safety, as far as like something being lit up over there, but not something like at 2 in the morning to have like a large that type of thing.
No. The primary purpose would be, for example, an event would be like a wedding. So it'd be a private celebration, and we would control the noise. We would provide security as needed. Again, it would only hurt us to be a nuisance or a menace to anyone around us. That is absolutely not the intention.
All right. So there it is, everybody. There you see it. It's a cuckoo place, but what the heck?
Yeah.
You guys not concerned that it's right adjacent to 1 PP?
Yeah.
I'm not. You know what? It's going to have to be 1 PP that makes the decision ultimately, and
Were they
he's
notified?
their neighbor.
The entrance right to the DA's office, to the court, to the federal court thing right there. That's woo.
Hey, Lucy.
What's going on over there?
Lucy, if the police or the DA calls us and complain about the noise, just tell them to make a 311 report and not bother us anymore.
Very good, Mark.
Yeah. No, it's a New York City property, and again, we fully intend to be an amenity. The primary reason why we wanted the later hours is because our NYC actually asked us to request later hours, primarily for safety, as you brought up.
Now, 4 a.m. is
Yeah.
not safety.
No, of course. 2 is incredible. Thank you very much.
All right. So, can we take a vote? Do I have a
Call the question.
and a second?
Second.
Any recusals? Any rejections?
I abstain.
Who, Pat?
Francis.
Francis. Oh, good. Okay. 1 abstention.
I abstain, Amaruso.
Mark abstains. Anybody else?
Sorry.
Okay. The rest are yeses. And well, I don't know whether we have a quorum or not, but we'll deal with it. Thank you.
Thank you.
2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we have a quorum right now. Jean, don't leave.
I'm here.
Can you please send me an updated stipulations, please? And I don't have your questionnaire unless you gave it to me, but I didn't print it.
Okay, I will
Gave it to
send
me.
both.
Hold on. I do have it. I apologize. Can you send the updated stipulations with the hours to me?
For sure.
Thank
And again, thank you very much for the meeting. We've been trying to get on the agenda for the past 3 months, and it's a pleasure to see you all.
Oh, and they have to indicate about the bathroom stuff.
Well, we'll put it in. Bathrooms will be in the municipal building. We'll put it in the put it down, Jean, where your
Absolutely.
bathrooms will.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you.
There's a look in the chat.
Thank you.
Yeah, look in the chat.
I'm going to try to look in the chat. I don't always get the chat. Let's see.
And let's see.
Traffic there is going to be crazy.
That's the young lady that I emailed you. She had complaints about 200 Church Street, but do you want to, you're gonna lose a quorum in a few for your two extra items, so that's up to you.
I am going to call on the lady for Diana from 52 Thomas as soon as we get through this. So nobody's leaving, Diana, sorry.
Okay, so I'm still looking for 111 Reed Street. Okay.
All right.
And now, okay, I don't know how to pronounce it. The Governor's Island one, Susan,
Yeah.
and Dennis Road. For
well,
Andes Road. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Andes Road.
Thank you. Andes Road. There you go. We have that one. Okay, so after this, you're fine unless 111 Reed Street shows up.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'll get the paper.
Call on Diana. Who's here from Andes Road?
I'm here, Alexa from Hub Run and Levy, and Daniela from QC Term is also here with me.
Okay. So you want to go put it on the,
Sam, give me a second.
and you want to talk to us? It's a conservatory space on Andes Road. I just need a picture of it in my head. Where?
So it's behind the number 114 building.
We have
If you scroll up just a little bit.
Okay, give me a second.
Niente.
The postings, is this the, okay, that's the posting of the.
Isn't that where the club is going to be, the Italian spa?
Yes.
Saw.
Yes.
Okay.
This right here, the diagram's here.
Yeah, but is this what is considered the spa?
It's right outside of the spa. It's behind the number 114 building. On the diagram here, the square behind building 114, that's where the conservatory space is going to be. It's going to include an additional bar, an additional seating to enjoy snacks and drinks.
So se devi rimanere lì perché se no non senti più.
What are your hours? Let's go back. I know where it is now, Lucy.
Same hours. Same hours as the spa.
Anybody have any questions?
Stai lì.
And you're going to have food?
Yes.
And you have a kitchen?
The kitchen's inside the main spa building.
Yeah, and you're going to take it out, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No. Does anybody have any trouble with any of this? We approved the spa. If not, is there anything you want to tell us?
No, I mean, it's just an additional conservatory space. They're going to have an additional bar in there. Just some more tables, more seating for people to enjoy snacks and drinks outside of the spa space.
Live music?
Yeah, that was also stipulated on their license, on their original license.
Yeah. Now, is this open if you don't want to go to the spa, but you want to go to this space? Can you enter it?
Daniela, can you confirm that?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
So no, the conservatory will be part of the spa entrance, so it's just an additional space within the premises. You cannot have.
So you can't use this space, which is on the spa grounds, unless you go to the spa.
Yes, correct.
So it is not open to public. It's open to paid private clients of the spa.
Yes.
Everybody understand that? Okay. Are there any questions? If there are none, Could we have a call the question? And a second,
Call the
please.
question.
Second. Somebody? Okay, thank you, Pat. Any recusals? Any no votes? Okay, Alexa and company, off you go.
Thank you.
Send me the updated stipulations, please.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Last call for 111 Reed Street. I think they might be here now.
Susan, I have to leave. Take the train home, so I'll see everyone at the
This
next
is the
meeting.
last application. If I lose you, we're gone.
Then fine, I'll stay because of Lucy.
Thank you.
Is the applicant
We
for
all
111
stay
Reed
'cause of
Street
Lucy,
here?
right. All right, where's 111?
That you, Lucas?
No, I am here for an item that should have been on the agenda, but
All right, I know that. I know.
okay. Literally
Stay
just
put.
for me to
We're
raise
not,
my
I
hand.
don't need you for a quorum. I just need you to.
Okay.
Tracy Zhang, are you here from Reed Street?
I'm not here for Reed Street. I'm here for GBSC. That's the Grand Banks on Pier 25. It's a renewal.
Okay. It's not an alteration or anything, is it?
No, it's a simple renewal.
For Pier 25. Okay. All right. That's not a problem. If I don't have anybody from 111 Reed Street, Lucy,
I
let's,
moved everybody over, so no one's here.
okay. So we'll postpone them till March. Okay, I'm going before I'm going to do Pier 25. I think I always ask the renewals to come if they can, but I don't think there's any trouble with Pier 25.
No, I don't believe so. I don't think they've had any issues. I believe they've been open since 2014.
Yeah.
Really nothing, has changed. I know last year, they came and asked to stay open an extra half an hour, but there's been no changes in this business relatively, in all the years they've been open.
Okay.
No complaints I'm aware of.
All right. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so very much.
All right, Diana, you're on.
Hi, everyone. It's good to be included again. Unfortunately, it's because of sort of bad news. Following the permission that you guys granted, the
Can I interrupt Anna for a second,
Sure.
Susan? Are you gonna vote on anything else so Chow can go home? Or was it Chow?
Yeah. Is there any more
Are we
votes?
voting on anything else? So
No.
Okay.
We'll postpone it. We're finished.
Have a
Thanks,
good night,
Susan.
Chow.
Thanks, Lucy.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Wait, I'm so confused. So I have Zara here that wanted to speak. Zara and Diana speaking on the same thing. What are you speaking on, Diana?
200 Church.
Okay.
Yeah, it's regarding the Marathon restaurant.
The Tribeca one that we were talking about? Tribeca?
That's right, Tribeca Kitchen, which is now called Marathon Restaurant.
Remember, Susan, we spoke about that this morning, and then I don't know what Zara's here for.
I'm here for the Tribeca Hotel renewal. We had to request a waiver, and so the agreement was I'd come and explain the reason for the waiver.
All right. Before Diana give me this, let Zara just explain the waiver, what waiver she wants. What waiver do you want, Zara? We don't usually give waivers.
Yeah, so what happened is you've got the Tribeca Hotel, which has a number of operating parties in terms of the food and beverage. There's the hotel, and you also happen to have multiple attorneys kind of involved. And so what happened was that it was unclear who was going to handle the renewal, because another attorney handled the original filing and they handled the last renewal, but our client wanted us to handle, so they missed the deadline for notifying you guys of the renewal. And so when we caught it, it was like just a few weeks from expiration. So we sent notice, and in order for the SLA to process the renewal, we needed to get a waiver of the 30-day wait from the community board. And so that's really essentially why I'm here.
Okay, I don't have any trouble with any of this. Does anybody else?
I'm sorry, who did she speak to, Lucian or me? Because I don't recall this.
Lucian. Well, I spoke with a little bit of everybody, but
She's got to talk back. You'll have to talk to him tomorrow. We agreed to do it, and we'll put a letter. I talked to Lucian. It's not a big deal.
She can forward it to me, the information, and with your permission, I'll write up the waiver.
Okay.
Lucian has handled it, but part of the agreement was to come and explain to the committee.
Oh, she's saying Lucian gave it to her already, but that she just needed to explain why.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. But I need it back. He gave you. That's right. I think he did. That's correct. All right. Thank you, Zara. I think we're all set. It's
Yes.
done.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate it. These things unfortunately happen sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Diana, go.
I'm here.
Yeah.
So I emailed you all last week
Yeah.
following live music coming from Marathon Restaurant starting at 8 p.m. until 1 a.m. on a Wednesday. At the committee meeting in January, I believe you guys granted him permission for 4 times a month, only for Friday and Saturday nights. Only. That was the stipulation. And that during the week they would continue to close at 10 p.m. And Sundays it would close at like 9 or 10 p.m. He also agreed that he would reach out to me to ensure that the loud music wasn't going on during the day. So none of that has happened. And again, that was live music on a Wednesday till 1 a.m. I had to call the police 311 4 times for complaints, and I sent you guys a copy of those complaints. And each time the police would come, the music would obviously stop, and as soon as the police left, it would come right back on and louder than it was before. So now at this point, so it's between me and my son calling 311. At the last point, obviously the police station called, and it was my son was the last one because I had to go to bed. I had to be at a comp committee meeting at 5 a.m. In any event, they called him directly to ask, what's the situation? You guys keep making numerous calls. He explained that every time you call, you come. They shut it off for a little while. It comes right back on. Live music was only supposed to be intended for Friday and Saturday nights. This is a Wednesday. I could hear the music as if it's playing in my room. So now, again, my son is going to school. He has to be up at 6:30. This is against the policy that you guys agreed to.
So, Diana, I think what we are going to do is I'm going to talk to Lucian, Lucy and I will, and I did talk to Lucian. We're going to write a letter to the SLA from us around this, and that he is in violation of the stipulations, and that it's not what he agreed to, and we want him put on notice.
Right. And so in addition,
I wish I could do more. I think you should talk to Chris Marti. I think we should do whatever we can, but we will write a letter to the SLA. I give you my word, we'll do that. And he is in violation of the stipulations.
What did the police say?
the police just took notice. They just took down all the issues, and I mean, there's nothing. My understanding. So as a part of that, I then filed another complaint against the liquor committee, the licensing and liquor. Again, this is all sort of new to me. I filed a complaint online with them. I also went down to,
yes.
Right. I also went down to the police station because I felt bad. Like, I mean, there's better things that these guys could be worrying about other than, a noise complaint. So I went down to introduce myself and just explain the situation. And apparently then a police officer did go to Marathon, and he said, not Andreas, but Tom, I believe, who's the manager, whoever the guy is, the manager said, well, we have a permit to play live music. But again, that was only for Friday and Saturday nights.
And let me just understand, and you did file 311 complaints?
Yes, I sent, and this is one night was 4 times. I sent you guys the record of it, of the the numbers.
Yes, them, Pat.
Okay.
And in addition, that was just the one night. since that time, I've already also called 311 for the loud music, not live, just
Yeah,
loud
that's fine.
music.
That's great. Just as long as we have the complaint number, so
Yes,
that's
yes.
ammunition to use with the SLA.
But at this point, there's just a lack of regard. Like literally, the police will come, the music stops for 5 minutes, and then it comes back right on.
Right, right.
Diana, did
So I'm going to do two things.
Diana, did Andres give you his personal phone number? No.
He hasn't reached out to me. He hasn't spoken to me. I've not heard anything from anybody.
No, but the thing is, like, based on the way he acted the last time.
Yeah,
it was
he
like,
said he was going to. Yes.
Diana, so I want to see, like, if you know that's true or that's BS.
It sounds like
BS.
Yeah.
Okay.
BS. All right. So Diana, we will write a letter. I will send him a CC of what we sent to the SLA, and I will send you a copy.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
We'll see what else we can do. All right.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry we're in this situation.
Me too. I feel like I'm at your mercy. So anything you can do to help me, I would greatly appreciate it.
No, you have to. It's important that you continue to do what you're doing, because
it's becoming like a full-time job.
That gives us more ammunition. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
We totally do, Diana, and I will write that letter with Lucian. All right.
Thank you.
It'll come from okay, and keep us informed. Don't. It's okay. You just keep sending the emails.
I really appreciate it. Thank you. I will.
I'm sorry we can't do more, but we're going to try our best.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. All right, everybody. Ugh.
Susan, can I ask you a question about the kiosk thing that I forgot to ask you before? Did we
ask me about the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life? What?
Oh, did we address like garbage pickup or anything like that? And the reason why I say that is when there were restaurants pre-pandemic on like the corner of like Duane and the Federal Immigration Plaza, there was a rat problem because they would close at 6 or 6 p.m. and garbage wasn't picked up till like 2 in the morning. And now that rat problem there is really not happening. And I was just wondering if we address like having garbage pickup close to their closing times.
Why don't we'll put it in the stipulation,
okay.
Lucy? We'll add it to the stipulation for that one.
You probably should call him tomorrow before you add it.
Call him. Would you give him a call and tell him that he's going to have to give us a garbage plan, that garbage gets picked up so there are no rats, and it should be close to his closing time.
Thank you.
I have some real serious concerns about that whole area and the security, because it's by the federal Supreme Court, One Police Plaza, and the municipal building, and it's right. When you come off the bridge, there's like the traffic to go up Center. I mean, it's
Francis, at 1 o'clock in the morning, it's desolate. 2 o'clock. I get out of the train late at night. It's desolate over there.
Mitch, just remember something. This is city-owned land, Francis. Remember, we got this whole thing, what they're going to do. Let's see what they do, because to me, it appears to be a mess. I can't quite understand it.
Security area. They don't want, the way they have it, when I walk from under the Brooklyn Bridge to go into the municipal building, the way they have it locked off in front of One Police Plaza, that people have to walk like single file. You can't even go sit on the benches anymore. But yet and still, they're going to have this whole area open until 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like, that's crazy.
Liberty Street closed off, and yet they're going to have this wide open to the public.
Francis,
exactly.
Francis, what you're saying is true for the area that you were saying, but right now, like that area is like there's nothing, like 11, 12, 1, 2 in the morning.
No, granted, but we're just saying in terms of security.
Right, so there's no security there. There's a guy in a booth sleeping at the corner of Duane, at those little kiosks at the corner of Federal Immigration Plaza by Duane, and he's not allowed to leave the booth except for when he smokes a cigarette. I see this all the time because I get out of the train late at night, and there's absolutely nothing over there. And if I would love for them to just put some lights up there because just to make it safer.
I gotta go. Gotta call Mom.
We all have to go. Thank you all as always.
Lucy, thanks.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Lucy.
You
No,
gotta
it's
go
not
home.
easy. Thanks,
Yeah,
dear.
Lucy.
Be safe going home, Lucy, please.
Yeah. I hope you're taking car service.
Good.
You're muted.
Good night.
We heard her say yes.
I am. Good night.
Good night.
Okay. Night, everybody.
Okay. Good night, everybody.